Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to another Watchalong's Aston Villa in the Midlands Derby, if you could call it that, against Leicester City in the Premier League. I'm excited, but I'm a bit nervous because it's always the games that Villa are favourites to win where I feel like that puts a little bit extra pressure on us. We've got a decent home record. We're playing a side out of form. Probably favourites for relegation. Please, Aston Villa, please can we get a result at home today? Hello to YouTube and TikTok. I'm live on both platforms. If you just bear with me. Wait. I think I am anyway. Am I not? I might have issues on TikTok. Hang on. Oh, that would drive me insane. We need to do a classified check. Because according to my streaming software... Oh, no, it says we're live. Never mind. I don't know what it's waffling about. My streaming software said I didn't go live on TikTok, but here I am. Darts Jack says, up the Villa, 3-0 win, hopefully. That would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it, really? Oh, man. I think a home win is more than needed with our topsy-turvy record. I know we beat Man City recently, but I think another win today, teams around us winning, like Newcastle once again picking up 3 points. I think to put pressure on teams in and around the top six, we have to keep winning. We're playing a side that probably will be either relegated or at the very least on the brink of relegation towards the end of the season. I just think you got to win these games. There's no excuse. You have to win these kind of games. Clean sheets as well. We've got so many things to talk about, so please do hit that follow button, double tap the screen. Like I said, I'm live on both YouTube and TikTok. Feel free to watch on either platform or both if you want to be extra kind to support me. Anyway, we'll talk about some key things. First of all, Aston Villa have a negative goal difference. And we currently sit 9th in the Premier League. Now, we have one more than we've both lost and drawn, which is great. But the goals conceded is a factor. Now, last season, I wouldn't say the defense was the best part. I mean, we had a lot of cool stats. Like we kept more teams offside than any other team. We didn't run as much as other teams. Well, we didn't cover as much ground. But we played in a system that limits the pitch. There's not enough reason to run. And a lot of stats like that were pretty good last season. However, this season, goals conceded is a major issue. I feel like teams are starting to either find us out, you could say, or players are just not performing to the best of their abilities. Maybe it's a mix of both. I'd love to know what you guys think. But clean sheets are a rarity. Even Man City at home, I thought we were brilliant against City, to be honest. And we could have won that game 3 or 4. I thought if we took our chances, it could have been an absolute whitewash. Didn't even get a clean sheet in that game, as we conceded with 20 seconds to go. And that drove me absolutely insane. Like, to concede that late in a game, which was, essentially a consolation goal. It pretty much has epitomised the season. Like, even in games we do well, we still concede goals. It is an issue. Like, you have to go back. You play Southampton at home. We got a clean sheet. Yeah, but they're bottom of the league. And it was only a 1-0 win thanks to a Duran goal. Juventus, they didn't score in the Champions League. I think they had like 4 or 5 substitute players. They had a completely injury-ridden team. And Emi Martinez only had to make 1 save. But you struggle for clean sheets beyond that. I mean, Bologna in the Champions League, if you want to count that. Man United under Ten Hag, he got sacked weeks after that. They didn't score there. It took Emi Martinez heroic. Again, it's Champions League clean sheets, but I'm not seeing a lot of Premier League ones as you scroll all the way back. Even conceding 2 to Everton. Everton, who don't score goals, conceding 2. Leicester in the reverse fixture scored as we beat them 2-1. So yeah, it's just clean sheets are a complete and utter rarity for Aston Villa in the Premier League this season, and I don't know about you guys. It's frustrating me. Forest game summed up the season. That game rattled me like you would not believe, right? So Forest, for a start, penalty should have been given on Morgan Rogers for an obvious pull on his arm. I'm still stunned as to how VAR doesn't overturn it. That's why Unai Emery, who typically doesn't talk about VAR, has still spoke about that situation. Then you've got the fact that it's a close game. Duran scores a ridiculous header, one of the best headers you'll see, and you think, maybe we can actually, get 3 points. So maybe we can hold on. Maybe we can get an important win against a very good Forest side, right? And with 10 minutes to go, utter collapse. We take off Duran, bring on Ollie, who Ollie Watkins I don't think has had, I'd say, the best of seasons. Still scored a few goals, but I think by his standards that he's set very high, hasn't had the best of seasons. We take off certain players. We take off Kamara. Now, Kamara, I think, is a very pivotal player in our midfield. If we take him up, we completely lose all control of the game. They score a goal. It gets disallowed. It takes like 3-4 minutes to disallow the goal. We get that reprieve. You think, surely that is the warning sign that we need to make sure that we are resilient and we hold on to that 1-0. They go and score within a minute later. Like, literally a minute after the goal gets disallowed, they score anyway. And we completely lose our heads. And I know Forest are very good. I know that they might even finish top 4 this season. Like, they're a very good side. You could argue they're better than Chelsea right now. You could argue they're better. Well, they're definitely better than Manchester City. They are definitely front runners for that top 4. They're brilliant. Especially the signings they've made are brilliant. But that game, you got to win those kind of games. You're 1-0 up. You're 1-0 up with 10 minutes here. You have to win those kind of games. It drives me insane. XX, we find a way, my son. We find a way. Michael says up the Villa. Sam says it's not harder. Had one amazing season. A decent season to follow. I know we can be at the very top. I know we can be. I know we can be amongst the best in this league. On our day. It's just we've not had our day a lot this season, and yeah, we've seen it. Like, I know City have fell off a cliff, right? I know they did win against Leicester. Ironically, they beat Leicester, so surely Villa at home have a good chance to beat Leicester as well. But we made City look like amateurs. Like, it was very easy in the end. The scoreline did not reflect the game. Like I said, it could have been 3 or 4-0. And yeah, I think that game was like a good showing of what we can do under Unai Emery. But we just need to see more of that consistency. How you doing, Bo and Mark? Bo says, hi, mate. How are you? I'm very good, man. How are you? And Mark says, what's up? I thought Barkley was playing Cam, hope not. Well, we'll talk about the lineup as well. So we've got injuries, right? Look, we're not Tottenham. Like, we don't have the injuries of that insanity. I think the injuries are bad. But they're not, I'm not going to kid you and say they're the worst in the league when I've literally watched Spurs play an academy keeper in goal and they've got centre-backs out, etc., etc. But Aston Villa do have centre-backs of Carlos out and Pau Torres. So it's the partnership duo at the back that we saw under Dean Smith, Gerrard. It's the tried and tested. It's Tyrone Mings, Ezri Konsa, right? Who's happy to see Konsa at centre-back finally? Oh my God, he's our best centre-back, but he's our worst right-back. I love Ezri. I think Ezri's brilliant, but in his preferred position, we've finally seen Konsa back in his preferred position. He's a different player at centre-back than he is a right-back. I don't think he quite understands how to play as fullback. I know, like, you can give me all the stats that he's played there before. His brain doesn't work that way. He's not a very attacking one. If you could argue he's an old-fashioned right back. He doesn't bomb down the wing, doesn't whip crosses in on the byline. Like, he's one to basically sit on the halfway line as a makeshift back three while our left back bombs down the wing. Kind of what Ashley Young did in our system under Unai Emery, as he just kind of slot in as a back three. But I think it allows more versatility in our back line that we have someone who's actually a fullback, or at least someone who's been on the wing, which Matty Cash has done in his career. Someone who can go down the wing, who can help Bailey, because Bailey would often be isolated in a 1v2. Which is, you can argue why he's not done very well this season, because we've had to play, with injuries, with Cash. Nedeljkovic hasn't done well, same with Bogan. It's often left the right-sided player in our system to be fairly isolated. But now we do have Cash and Bailey, and hopefully Bailey, he needs to get a goal today. Leon Bailey, please. He hasn't scored I keep rambling on, right? And I'm not going to stop. Leon Bailey hasn't scored a Premier League goal this season. I'll say it again. Leon Bailey hasn't scored a Premier League goal this season. We are game week... What is it now? Game week 20. We are over halfway. and someone who had an incredible season. He was up there for player of the season last year. It is a massive fall off for Leon Bailey, and he very much needs to return to form. This has to be the game for it, in my opinion. If he's going to rebound this season, he has to do something today. That's my take. It's Leicester, they're out of form. Look, their manager bounce, it's like a bowling ball. It's gone like through the floor. It's cracked the serve. Like, Ruud van Nistelrooy might have a managerial career ahead of him. Not Leicester, in my opinion. At least from what we've seen. Like, they were decent in spells, you know, against Manchester City, but it's not Harry Potter we're talking about, right? They need a manager who gets them. He's got to get them wins, man. He won their first game, hasn't won since. Like, we've got to beat a team like that, in my opinion. If we don't win today, man, Jesus. Anyway, I've got loads of chats to read. I apologise. Sonny says 3-0. Eddie says, are you going to watch it? Oh, the game's actually underway now. We have our own ways, and we plug them in our YouTube chat. If you know, you know. And Sam says, yes, we need a right-sided defender. Cash is good with better midfielder. We just need a player, a right back. I think we've desperately needed a right back. I keep saying it. I said it for a few years now, and the club refused to get right. But we have arguably three very good left backs in Moreno, in Ian Matson, and in Luca Digne. All our left backs are better than anything we have on the right, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Moreno would hardly get a minute in at Aston Villa on the left, but he's still a better fullback than anything we have on the right. Daniela says, what channel are you watching it? Up the Villa. Like I said, I'm going to find certain ways online. Obviously, 3 p.m. Blackout is cringe. And yeah, we'll head towards that. Yeah, like I said, need 3 points. Mark Grundy says, yes, Cons and Mings duo, please about that. They were the dream team. And but you make me laugh. It is a fun game. I hope you enjoy it, mate. And a Matt Target away from Dean Smith. I did watch the darts up the nuke. And yeah, look, we'll plug it. But first, we'll check the usuals. I like a bit of Twitter. Twitter's decent, but they do go down a bit more often on Twitter. But we'll have to wait and see. Guys, we have 92 of you live on the TikTok. I appreciate all of you. If you haven't already, please do double tap the screen. I'm also live on both YouTube and TikTok, so feel free to watch it on any platform. We will have stats available if you want to watch it on YouTube, which I'm gonna get up now. Just give me a second, guys. I need to press that button, and hopefully the stats will be very positive today. I want to see. I don't massively care about possession, but you would hope. Well, I know we're only 3 minutes into the game, but Leicester for 67%. We'll see how that goes. And bear with me, one more thing. I have seemingly lost where I've put the lineups. There we go. Boom. Right. Let's check Twitter. Unfortunately, I think the Twitter games probably will be like I think who else are playing today? There's a lot of games on right now, so it might be harder. So yeah, we've got a total of 5 Premier League games all live, including Bournemouth, Everton, good game there, Palace, Chelsea, Man City, West Ham, and Southampton, Brentford before the 5:30 kickoff of Brighton at home to Arsenal. It's not going to be that easy for Arsenal, I don't think. Leicester fan said, I think you'll beat us 4-0. Well, that is very positive from Leicester fan 85. I'll ask not only you, but any Leicester fans in my chat, is there any optimism about staying up this season? Obviously, you got a new manager. Well, he's not like new, but he's starting to, I'd say, like, at the very least, settle at Leicester. I don't think you played that badly against Man City. I just don't know where, like, the goals are coming from. Vardy's a bit old now. Certain players, I think, just haven't been performing. Like Mavadidi, I don't think was brilliant. I'd love to know what the Leicester fans think. I think the defence is also an issue as well. Jordan Ayew's old. Like it is at least part of Leicester is quite aging, isn't it? Really. Bailey goal today. If not, then he has. Has he even got a goal and assist this season? I think he got an assist, but I could be wrong. But I know he hasn't scored. Are you not watching today? I can't stress myself out again. And how you doing? Hi. And yeah, I think if you're a Leicester fan, you'll probably get a goal today. We don't get clean sheets for Toffee. We don't. Right. So I'm going to attempt some streams here. But I'm already struggling. Guys on YouTube or in general, if you find a good place, do let the stream know. You know, do let us know. I think I found one for West Ham, but wrong Claret Blue side. Hey, doing drop shows is going for 3-0. And Margaret said Vardy a bit old. His grandkids have grandkids. I appreciate that comment from Up the Villa 82. Hang on, I'll see what you mean. Yeah, they usually are. They usually are, mate. But it's better than nothing. At least for the time being. Was that Brighton game? Late goals every game this season. Again, I said it about the what game was it? It was I have got the I am okay. Annoyingly, nearly 3 minutes behind, but it is working at least. And it's not terrible quality. But I'll pin your comment, mate. If I can. I'm on the wrong account. Hang on. Bear with me. Well, guys, if you want access to the game, there is a pinned comment. That's all I'm gonna say. Click at your own risk. I do not condone, but there is options on the YouTube. There you go. And I can confirm it's not terrible. It's a little bit more behind than you'd want, but it's better than nothing. I'm just gonna see if there's any of the other links that work a little bit faster with latency. Other than that, I can't complain. Some would say I'm being greedy right now, though. I'll go here. And we are 8 minutes into the game. Still Aston Villa 0, Leicester City 0. This one isn't playing for some reason, which is fantastic. Eddie Lucas, please do not spam the chat, but I do appreciate you. I will, Bedwoods, I will. I've been thinking about that for a while. I mean, what's that? Never heard of that. Don't know what you're talking about, mate. Right, I'm just gonna have to stick with this one. I'm in the 6th minute, so I'm essentially 2 minutes behind, but there's not a great deal I can do, unfortunately. Evan says, "Where's that?" Bear with me, hang on. Bear with me. Yeah, so it's in the pinned comment, my friend. It's pinned comment. I just need to mute that. 7th, yeah. Wait, what? That's faster than me. You're ahead of me. I'm going to try a few of these out before I commit. But at least I know this works, which is great. It also does have it's like a Twitch chat next to it. Alright, I'm on the 3rd link now. Again, I'm not seeing like much faster latency, unfortunately. Well, this one's like 3 seconds faster. I'll take that. I've gained 3 seconds. I'm streaming on 2 platforms. I'm on YouTube and TikTok. I'm not on Twitch. It might be an idea in the future, but I don't know. I'm not like massively into like. I don't think Twitch is a great platform. I think Twitch is only a good platform if you have like a massive following. How you doing, Welsh? Princey says, "How you doing, buddy?" I'm good, man. How are you? And your streams at work? Yeah. If you go to my YouTube chat, there is a pinned comment. That's all I'm going to say, my friend. That's all I'm going to say. It's very helpful. At least it was to me. AJS TV on all platforms. You can literally, I have social media everywhere. How does Barkley look in Rodgers' position? I've literally just got the game on now, so we'll have to see. I thought it was, it's gonna be Rodgers as a 10. I was thinking in my head, does he play McGinn there and then play Barkley in a pivot? But it does make way more sense to play Barkley as that 10. In my head, anyway. But I think the team is quite versatile. Like, we played in almost a diamond against Manchester City, with players interchanging positions almost. So yeah. Do you like McGinn at left field? His passing is very useful there, right? I'll say that, but I don't think he's quick enough for it. That is, unfortunately, the only downside. If you guys disagree with me, that's fine. But I think he doesn't have the pace, does he? His passing is very good, and maybe that can be enough sometimes. But I just feel like he slows down the game. Man City are 1-0 up, and Brentford are 1-0 up apparently. And yeah, I still play the game. Yeah, I still have. I can't remember the word for it. I do have a second YouTube account all about it, and I tell you what, my videos on that game have absolutely like blown up. It's crazy, genuinely insane. I thought he was going to play Mats on the left today, and Has says, "Yeah, we need Guinea in the middle." But I don't think he gets in, which is a shame. I think I've missed some other comments as well. If I've missed your comment, I apologise. I'll try and get everyone's. I was watching when we went to the semis in the Conference League. And yeah, the Conference League still pisses me off, you know. I've still not got over it. I still stand by the fact if we had Emi Martinez in goal, we probably would have won the whole thing. Maybe that's cope, but Olsen is so bad. Olsen is so bad. The guy has poppadoms for wrists. He's just a liability in most games he's playing. I'll give him. There's been a couple games he's been decent. I remember it was Brighton away. He arguably got man of the match. He made a penalty save. He still lost the game, but he actually played really well in that, which shows he can do a job. It's just the majority of the time he's useless. Thoughts on Malen? He's just not needed. Daniel Malen. I've seen the transfer rumors. I've seen that we've had bids. I think one bid was rejected, if I'm not mistaken. I just don't think it's needed. Like, is it really a requirement? Like, for real? We've got Duran, we've got Ollie. Do we need to add Malen in the mix? You guys as well, which is like another big thing too. Look at how Dortmund fans are reacting. They're not sad about it. They're saying things like Villa are the best club in England, and they're celebrating. That's not a good sign. If you're trying to buy a player, right, and the fans of the team you're buying from are celebrating that is never a good sign. Never a good sign. I remember when we went after Bednarek, the Southampton fans were basically celebrating like, yes, we don't have to play Bednarek anymore, and Bednarek was terrible at Villa. Same with Longley. I don't think Longley had a very good Villa career, and people celebrated Longley. I don't want Mallon, man. I don't want Mallon. It's not what we need. It's just not what we need. I appreciate all the follows as well, guys. If you haven't already, please do hit that follow button. Not many Villa accounts on here. On good old TikTok, so if you haven't followed a Villa account, you can choose me. Can Mallon play in the wings? Could be in Bailey's position, and Beanie. Oh wait, we already have to deal with Watkins and Duran having a strop. If I were taken off, we don't need another. Well, that's what I mean. If we have to swap between 3 strikers, right, it's already going to be difficult to juggle the other 2. So yeah. If you can play on the wings, it's fine. I actually don't think he might have played out wide, but I know his primary position is centre forward. Bailey has slipped over. Dear Lord. Tielemans, good pass into Cash. Low cross. Oh, I tell you what, Villa probably should have got a goal there. Lovely ball in from Cash towards Ollie Watkins, sliding in. Shots deflected past the post. You could argue he should score that. There is an argument for that. Lovely whip ball from Cash. Good block. It is a good block, in fairness, but some would say it should have been a goal for Aston Villa. Are you a Villa shirt? I remember in that dismal season that we finished bottom of the Premier League, I don't think was that bad. There were 2 players I didn't mind from, well, technically 3, which was Jordan Amavi, Idrissa Gana Gueye, and Jordan Ayew. I think were the only 3 players who could even remotely hold the heads up high after that dismal season we got. Tay Talks, I heavily disagree because I'm on it right now. I don't know what you're on about, son. There are several complaints you can make, including latency, as it's like 2.5-3 minutes behind. But I don't think you're correct, mate. Oh, that one's even further behind. Oh my life. Oh, this one's good. 16:06. Oh, brilliant! I found actually a good latency live stream. Bailey crossed towards the far post. Watkins inside the box is offside. Unfortunately, it was a good takedown. And Villa definitely focusing down the right so far in this game. 16 minutes gone at Aston Villa 0. Leicester City 0. William, my friend, says shit on the Villa and up the Blues. I hope you're enjoying League One football, my friend. 15 million on a striker, by the way, is crazy for League One. I'm glad I got to see Villa in that state. It makes UCL feel better. And if Bailey isn't on form by the end of the season, then get him not now. I think football is cruel at times, right? And it's not very forgiving. And as much as Bailey had a very good season last year, if we want to compete with the best in this country, we need a winger with output. When Jacob Murphy is massively outperforming you, that's a problem. As someone, I think, who is championship standard, has massively outperformed Bailey this season, that's a problem. But yeah, we do have a temporary stoppage here as John McGinn is down getting treatment. Hopefully it's not another injury to add to Villa's list of injuries. That would drive me insane. Elsewhere in the Premier League, it is Palace 0, Chelsea 1 at Sellers Park with Cole Palmer's goal 14 minutes into the game. City 1, West Ham 0 is a Kufel own goal. Maybe Man City will get back-to-back Premier League wins. Would be the first time in a very long time. And Southampton 0, Brentford 1. Once again, Southampton conceding a goal. It's their 40th goal they've conceded this season, only scoring 12, and sat rock bottom of the league. And if there's ever a team that you could be absolutely convinced are relegated, it would be Southampton. McGinn has had to come off to injury, by the way. as Jacob Ramsey's going to come on. I mean, this is just frustrating, to say the very least. Another Villa injury. Thankfully, he's not gone down the tunnel, so I don't know how serious it is. But Ramsey back. I don't think he'd be 100% fit, because I imagine he would have started today if he was 100% fit. But he has been forced into the game nearly 20 minutes in, and the captaincy of John McGinn has had to be moved as well. That is not ideal, to say the very least. In Bedwards, as well, says injury is going to destroy our season. Like I said, it's not quite Spurs level, but it's bloody well getting there right now. What do you think about Lou Barry? People are saying, don't. I could rant about this for a long time. Like, Villa's treatment of academy players is dismal. It's absolutely dismal. Other teams build their squads around their academy, right? Or at least allow them the opportunity to perform for their clubs. Look at Arsenal with Bukayo Saka, right? Someone who's come through their academy. Look at what they're doing as well with 17-year-old. What was it? Ethan. I forgot his name actually. It's gonna make a point. Is it? It begins with an N. Nwaneri. I forget what he's called, but he's been brilliant for Arsenal. And he's so young as well. I'm gonna use I know it's NW. Yeah, I can't say his name. Nwaneri. He's been brilliant. He's been absolutely brilliant. And Arsenal, at a club that size, is entrusting him, even if he doesn't like start the games, or if he appears on the bench, or 5 minutes here and there, he's at least being entrusted. He's only 17. Louis Barry, I think, has done enough to at least be considered for a substitute bench for Aston Villa. Barry's been brilliant. I know he'll probably go out on loan in the Championship, and that's where he should be, but we shouldn't sell him. We shouldn't sell him. And if he's successful in the Championship on loan, we should look to keep him rather than use him as profit. That's what we should do. I know we won't, because we never do, but players like that are incredibly useful. Even says going to be a Desmond up the Villa, and mate, we've got one academy player in our squad, one academy player. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Jacob Ramsey is an academy player. He's been allowed the time at Aston Villa, and rightfully so. He's a top talent, right? But you can't tell me he's the only top talent we've had. You can't tell me that. I still think Cameron Archer will come good. He's someone I've always kind of believed in, Archer. I just think he needs to play for a team that's not destined to go down. It's back-to-back years now where Archer's played for the bottom club. And I don't care who you are. You're going to struggle for goals and have a graveyard shift if you're playing for a shit team. It's going to happen. So I'd love to see Archer actually play for a decent Premier League side. I still believe. And Ramsey could have been okay. Exactly. Like his brother. I just... frustrating. This club frustrates me at times. Right. Stats on screen. XG is minimal because there's only been one shot in the game, but 60% of the ball possession for Aston Villa, 1 shot to 0, and Villa with 3 corners to Leicester's 0. In fact, Leicester score 0 on almost everything. Just to show how this game has panned out so far, as Leicester pretty much sat inside their own half. I didn't expect anything different, in all fairness, but you can see all those stats on screen, including live player ratings on the YouTube. And yeah, we'll see what result we get. I'm hoping. I'm seeing a lot of oranges in this team right now with 6.3s. I'm hoping they're going to be a little bit higher towards the end of the game. We'll see. 23 minutes gone on my live stream. It's Aston Villa 0, Leicester City 0. Leicester currently second from bottom in the Premier League. And Villa are chasing and pressing, but a good turn away from Bailey as Leicester play right through the press. Go down the left here. Mavadidi against Matty Cash. Cuts in on his right foot, but it's smashed away. Only temporary by Kamara as Leicester gets straight back. If you just bear with me, I'm going to get the lineup screenshotted on my phone so I can... Perfect. One, it's not going to give me any spoiler, which hopefully the chat doesn't spoil, because I know you guys are so nice. I've completely accidentally missed out my TikTok chat. Sorry, my TikTok boys. Smash Leicester for us, says Forest Forever. And hate the lice. And if you go onto my YouTube, Lewis, there is a pinned comment. And you can go there if you want. I'm just going to say that. How's the game going? Villa have had a lot of the ball, very little with it though. Jordan Ayew against Ramsey gets a cross in. Tyrone Mings does deal with it. And Barkley gets it away. Good pass into Watkins, and that is a foul as well. Villa get a free kick to relieve the pressure and danger. Obara says we need goals. We certainly do. Kiwi, I would get banned. Please use your brain. And Other Villa said it's like a teenage relationship. He left, and we now have trust issues. Oh, about Jack Grealish. It's like high school sweetheart. That's just like fucked off. It's a high school sweetheart that engaged. So like, you know how Jack Grealish says that he trusted in the project, right? And he signed a new contract. That's essentially Grealish. Is a high school sweetheart who proposed to you, right? And then fucked off within a year. Left you a note like on the kitchen counter and said, unfortunately, there's been a better offer. You know. Dear Lord. 25 gone, Villa 0, Leicester 0. Former Villa striker Jordan Ayew, I hope he doesn't get a goal today. Didn't score many at Villa Park. I think he got like 6 or 7 in the Premier League for Aston Villa in the season we got relegated. So hopefully he doesn't come and haunt us. Bedford said, looking back at least Grealish signed that contract so we get. Yeah, it's true. Look, I make snide jokes and remarks, right, because I'm a football fan and love Villa, but I don't personally care. Like, I would not boo him. I always felt the idea of booing Grealish to be a bit weird. Something I will never do. I don't really see the point. But yeah. That's just me. If you guys feel different, if you're at the game and you boo them, fair enough, it's on you. But I don't know. We got 100 million for him. It's the world record. It's the Premier League record fee. He did try and leave when Tottenham were knocking about, and he flirted with Man United a little bit. So he's not perfect, but I don't know. I suppose he did get us 100 million. So. And I don't think Villa have really looked back since. I think we used that money and we developed our squad since. And honestly, I wouldn't even have him back right now. I think his goals have completely dried up. Didn't score a single goal in 2024, which I think speaks volumes. What Trent is doing to Liverpool now is worse because he's going to leave it. Yeah, so Trent is a bit of a... I hope it's just like rumours and not true for Liverpool's sake. Because if he does that, right, and he's supposed to be a scouser, and he's supposed to be a true red, he wouldn't leave on a free. Is bollocks, is what I say to that. I think he's showing his true colours. I think. $100 million, and who did we sign with it? Matthew Cash. No, we didn't sign. We bought Leon Bailey, Danny Ings, and Emi Buendia. And Bailey was arguably player of the season last year. Danny Ings scored a lot of goals in his first year. So it's been a process. It's like I said, it's not been perfect. Emi Buendia, I still think there's a player in there of Emi Buendia, but injuries have hit him, and it's not been perfect. But I think we've got a good value out of Buendia. Awkward ball back to the Leicester keeper, by the way, which Leon Bailey was only about a foot or two away from getting to it. Matty Cash is fouled. I think that's a bit soft, actually. Jordan Ayew, I don't think does much into Cash there to concede the foul. I think if that's the other way round, I would be upset. If Ollie Watkins got penalised for that, I think I'd have some choice words. There's barely anything on Cash. I think he makes the most of the situation because Villa were exposed at the back. Danny Ings walks so Watkins could run. I remember the debates this fan base had about Ollie Watkins and Danny Ings. I remember that. I'll never forget it. Liam, if you go to my YouTube, there is a pinned comment that explains everything. AJS TV. I'm live on both YouTube and TikTok, guys. Feel free to follow, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And yeah, not many Villa fans on TikTok these days. So yeah. How you doing, Jerome Villa? And Ashley says, I'm late. How's the game going? It's been okay. It's just been a bit uneventful. I think Villa, like I said, we've had a lot of the ball, but not really created a lot with it. And Leicester are employing a very low block, I think it's fair to say, with a direct fast counter-attack, which I really hope is not going to hurt us today. But if you're a Leicester fan, I don't think you'd be too upset with what you've seen so far. Ings left and Watkins was a few man. I remember when we signed Ings late in the window. Yeah, I remember no sports journalist picked it up. No Fabrizio Romano, nothing like that. It was a signing literally out of nowhere. It was great. I wish more signings were like that, unfortunately, but they're not. We are unfortunately a third way through, and it's still Villa 0, Leicester 0. Which some might say is a worry. I don't know where these goals are coming from for Villa. I think we have missed Morgan Rogers, is what I will say. Will you guys in the chat agree with me there? I think we've heavily missed Rogers to try and carry the ball. I think you need a ball carrier against a low block to skip past one or two, play that incisive key pass. I think we've missed that in this kind of game. We don't really have a ball carrier. I mean, you got Jacob Ramsey, but he's not exactly fully fit, so we're not going to see much of that from him for a while. He's been forced into this game because of a John McGinn injury. I just think we are missing that spark from Rodgers, unfortunately, due to suspension. He does deserve a rest, in fairness, Rodgers, because he has been playing a lot this season. So I'm sure the suspension will help him at least recover some fitness, but right now, we are missing him. Ramsey looks to be fouled. The referee doesn't think so. Ayew comes away with the ball. And now Tielemans is trying to wrestle. Leicester do have the ball on the halfway line. They play it backwards. That was arguably a foul there. El Canoes did keep the ball and hold it up very well. But I think it was Ayew. It looked to have committed that, but the referee didn't agree with me. Again, does he not give that as a foul as well? I thought that. I tell you what, I thought that was a foul the other way. I thought it was Kamara who fouled in the middle of the park there, but a throw-in is given as well. The referee has seemingly lost his whistle. Morgs just runs at players and it's exciting. Pep football can't deal with it. Jules says we're so bad, honestly, not intimidating at all to come to Villa Park. Mark says definitely agree with toothless without Rodgers. Kes says, can we watch it with you? Yeah, it's a pinned comment, bro. If you look at the pinned comment, do what you want with that. Trent going to a team that beat them in the UCL final is an example of what money can do. And Rodgers gone for yes, a suspension for 5 yellows. Yeah, as a dodgy. Yeah, like I said, you can do what you want, bro. I provide options. Here comes Leon Bailey down the right for Aston Villa. 1v1 against the defender, gets to the byline, whips a cross in. Really good clearance under pressure. Kamara, edge of the box for Villa. Players are still down, and the referee gives a very late and belated free kick to Leicester. I think he has to give that early. It's for a foul on Vestergaard, but I think it's a 50-50. No, again, defenders always make a meal of it, right? And Matty Cash did it as well, only a few minutes ago, but it's a slight touch in the box. It's a 50-50 that both players have to go for. It's not. You could argue it's a coming together. I see why the referee's giving it, but yeah. Cash does run like a bull in a china shop there and just completely barges into Vestergaard as he tries to get the ball, but I don't know. You couldn't argue 50-50 there. They have to go for it. I appreciate that comment, mate. As he says, greatest Villa streamer. That's very nice of you. And I'd say Villa have been the better team, but there's been very little in it, in fairness. I always keep it real on this account. I don't chat shit, I don't say things for views. I'd like to at least think I am one of the realest people on football TikTok and just football social media in general. There's a lot of people, and I'm not going to say names, but there's a lot of people who are very fake in this industry. I'm not one of them. I always say it as it is. Always do. Ollie Watkins is shocking, says the legend, and how is it 0-0? It's 0-0 because we're toothless without Morgan Rogers, seemingly. Mark says that's why we like you, sort of person, not presenter. I think people like the realism, you know? Oh, Al Canoes, dear. Al Canoes has just hit a fan in Rose head there. Swirling shot from the edge of the box, and he's very frustrated, throws his hands around. Matty, I'll tell you what as well. I know I've been heavily critical of Matty Cash. I'm not his biggest fan, I'll put it that way. And he gives away a very sloppy ball there with a header straight to Al Canoes, who, look, I know he has took out a supporter in the crowd, but you play a better team there, someone's going to wrap that right in the stanchion. So, you know, we've got to cut out these little mistakes here and there, man. Some people just say things with views. I can't say one time you've done that. Like I said, I might have said some dumb shit over the years, you know? Over the couple of years I've done this. But everything I've said, I have either believed out of delusion or... you know, like that's one thing you could say about me. Maybe I'm delusional at times, but at least in my heart, I'm pure. And I like to say... I say things to me how they are. And Liam, no, you don't. As far as I literally don't, and I'm on it right now. And we're playing the same back line we played in 2021. Yeah, I said in my TikTok video today, it's very reminiscent of the Gerrard era, and the Dean Smith era of the back line. The Mings-Konza centre back partnership. Hello says I'd be sad if our boy Ange gets sacked. After all, he is a Liverpool fan. And Oliver said, I really dislike Vestergaard almost as much as Janssen. We tried to defend that Leeds goal after they scored. Don't. He's just a lamppost, man. He's just a lamppost. Bo said, it's not like my mate who said Aguero was a better player than Messi. Okay, that's just being idiotic. He might genuinely believe that, but he's just an idiot. And Mark says, in your heart, shut up. You know what I'm trying to say. And Bedward says it's very worrying. Are you on about the defensive issues or just in general with Aston Villa? Because we are 36 minutes into the Premier League game today, and it's still Villa 0, Leicester 0. And if gun to my head, I struggle to name you one good shot we've had. Like, unironically, I struggle to name you a decent opportunity. We might get one here though. Tielemans does nutmeg his man, but loses the ball straight after. Oh, that's a poor giveaway, though. Bailey cross is terrible too. Oh, but then they literally hack it straight back to Villa. So it's literally poor pass from them, poor cross from us, poor clearance from them. You said Messi was better than Duran. Never disagree. Oh, Duran is the goat. I mean, there's... no delusion there at all. Duran is the goat. Everyone can agree with that. Kamara for Villa into Tielemans gets the 1-2. We have gone down the right so many times. I don't think I've seen Digne touch the ball down the left. I'll put it that way. Matty Cash for Villa. Not far until half time here. Tielemans. We have options down the left. He finds Tyrone Mings, who's had to come forward. A good pass from Mings into Ramsey in the box. First time cross over everyone. Goes to Bailey. He has to keep it alive and recycle the ball. Oh, that cross from Ramsey is really poor. There's a great pass from Mings to find JJ, but his cross just went ahead of everyone. There was options with Watkins at the near post. It just sailed ahead of Watkins, and Bailey did really well to keep it alive. But that's a chance. That is a chance wasted for Aston Villa. Frustrating. Adam, if you check my YouTube pinned comments, the answer to your question will be there. There you go. AJS TV on YouTube, on TikTok, everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. On almost every social media, you'll be able to find me. AJSTV. 5 letters. Here's Barkley for Aston Villa into Kamara. Villa's possession must be like 80% in the last 5 minutes. It's been all Villa, but cannot find a way through. Villa going sideways now. Konza into Mings. Can Mings find that key pass again? Instead, it's just these short passes, trying to work our way through, being patient. Kamara clips a ball. Cash, 1-2, but that's frustrating. It was a good ball from Cash into Bailey, but the reverse pass from Bailey back into Cash was far too heavy, and it meant that the goalkeeper was able to collect and gather. Nice combination. It's that pass of Bailey shit, man. I've just seen the replay. I didn't want to have a go at him there, but that is a very heavy pass. Bro is wearing Timberlands. That is cannoned off his boot. I'm not saying it's an easy ball, but you can't overhit it that badly. He's heavily overhit the pass. How you doing, Flapcat? It's afternoon, folks. How's it been? Sorry, I'm no, bro. People always apologise to me. I'm late. I've had 3 people. You don't have to apologise, mate. But it's been okay. I think I'm trying to be, glass half full here. We've had a lot of the ball. Leicester have not really done anything, but again, I just don't think Villa. We've not created any clear-cut opportunity, and that's the biggest frustration out of today. I want to see improvements in the final third for the second half. We've got 5 minutes to go until half-time, and it's Aston Villa 0, Leicester City 0. Like I said earlier, I struggle to remember a single real good chance Villa have had so far in this game, other than it's only just come to me now, Cash's cross into Watkins, who shot deflected wide, I think off Vestergaard. And that's been it. Lils, can you please not spam the TikTok live? I would appreciate it. I'm sure you're excited about Leicester, and we do have Leicester fans in chat. And like I said, I don't mind that, but don't spam. Please do not. But yeah. Hello. So biggest delusion is thinking Ruud van Nistelrooy is a good manager after he beats your team with a £1 billion Manchester United squad and appointed him as your new team's manager. I thought it was a bit early for Ruud. He still could come good, but I think it's going to be a huge struggle. The manager bounce is already gone. 1 win so far in his tenure at Leicester. Did well at United in his little stint there, but I think that just papers over the cracks at United. And that's surely a foul on the halfway line. It is. Villa have a free kick here. Leicester have stopped Villa from playing fast, which Tielemans has made the point. More Midlands derbies better. I like to see Midlands clubs do well, even if it means those weirdos down the road are in the Premier League. I'd like to see the derby in the Premier League, to be fair, but they're currently playing League One football, so maybe that's difficult. Leon Bailey, bruv! What are you doing? What is Bailey doing, man? Dismal. That's twice now in 5 minutes. Bailey gets the ball. Great opportunity for a simple pass, and he absolutely cannons it. I'm not asking for much here. I'm really not. I'm not asking it to whip it top bin, right? And get a goal of the month. I'm asking for a 5-yard pass. Is it that hard? Seriously, like I can't believe what I'm seeing. And the cameraman knew what he did. As soon as Bailey made that pass, it went straight to Bailey and then straight to fans' reactions to it. And I'm like, they just know. That's a dismal last couple of minutes of Leon Bailey. Dear Lord. In the Premier League, it is Man City 2, West Ham 0. West Ham are shit, man. Seriously. I want more City downfall, but apparently we're not. They're going to win back-to-back games because West Ham are shit. Elsewhere, still 1-0 to Chelsea, and it's still 1-0 to Brentford against Southampton. So it's been a very quiet afternoon in the Premier League. Bogdan says 1 goal in the next 2 minutes. I very much doubt it. Very much doubt it. You could say 1 goal in the next 30, and I'd be like, I still kind of doubt it. Drawing Leicester in the big 2025. Welcome to Aston Villa. In the 24-25 season. The biggest surprise is that Villa have a clean sheet. I think that's more of a surprise. Because we are allergic to clean sheets, man. Rachel says, "Come on, Leicester." Got some Leicester fans in the chat. Let me know what you guys think as well. You're a Leicester fan. What have you made of Ruud van Nistelrooy so far? Are you pleased in any way? I know results haven't been brilliant, but is the football better at the very least? Is there any optimism about staying up? Because I know you're second bottom, but I think it's like 1 point potentially. Like it's not that much in it. Get a run going. You can start pushing your way out of trouble, but it's getting that win. It's only that one win since his very first game in charge, and no win since. Rangers says not too bad. We'll go down. Well, but there's your optimism right there. I think there's always a chance. I think unless you're Southampton, right, you should always be at least a little bit hopeful. And Bedford says this might be the worst we played in a long time. Well, I said something very similar to what I'm going to say when we played Man United. And I said if we played a decent side here, we would have lost. And I said it on that day, and I still stand by it. That Villa United game was dismal. And we played a Ten Hag team, which was one of the worst Man United teams ever. And we still didn't beat them. I'm getting those vibes now. If we play a better team today, we'd also be losing. We have just played a very mediocre, in my opinion. No offense to any Leicester fan. And look, they could go on and beat us, which would even help prove my point. But we're playing a fairly mediocre Premier League team. I think we've been very poor at home once again. Leon Bailey, man. Like, I'm just so disappointed. I might do a whole video on Leon Bailey. But every time I target a player on TikTok, my videos get taken down for some bloody reason, even though I've seen everything there is to see on TikTok. If you know, you know. TikTok has had a very patchy history with what they've allowed on the platform. But the second I talk badly about a player, suddenly the video is against code of conduct, which is ridiculous. But I will do it. If it takes me 3-4 uploads, I will do it, because Leon Bailey has pissed me off this season. No Premier League goals. We are game week 20. We've played Southampton at home. We are playing Leicester at home. He has not scored a Premier League goal. And he has actually enabled Leicester to get a clean sheet here, as he's single-handedly killed 2 attacks on his own. I really don't want to get on the back of players, right? I always say, let's support players. Like, you're a supporter of a club, you support your players, right? I always say it. And I'm a hypocrite here. But he's driving me insane, guys. He's driving me insane. It's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. Bring back Gerrard, he'll get the best out of Bailey. Unfortunately, we don't win games under Gerrard. That's the only downside there. Three minutes valid time. I'll reload my link as well, because it's for some reason it's stopped. I don't think it's gone down, but if it has, then oh well. Bring him to clean the floors. That's funny. Right, I'm just getting the stream back up. Was it link 3? One of these links was really good, and I lost it. It is half time. It's officially half time. It's Aston Villa 0, Leicester City 0. What a flat half, man. What a flat half. Yeah, Flapcat Gaming has summed it's summed us up this season. As he says, silver lining is a clean sheet. I mean, the fact we've had that little clean sheets this season, that is a genuine positive. It's just really sad. I don't think I could have put that better myself. Oh, my life. Let me know. I can't even speak. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. If you've watched that half, or in general this season, like, what do you make of that? Because that, I think, is very poor. Very poor. Bailey's driving me insane. He can't dribble. He ain't prime Messi. Bailey needs Tim Sherwood, said Ellis. MMA Talk says what did they say? They said, "Come on, Leicester." And Phoebe says, "Poor McGinn." Yeah, I mean, losing another player to injury is just this club, man. Like, I know teams have injury issues other than Villa, but injury issues are starting to pile up now. You know, we've got Carlos and Pau Torres both injured, both centre backs who could have started today. We've got Rodgers suspended. We've got Duran suspended. We've got McGinn now injured. Olsen coming at half time. Martinez got sick in. That's all we need. That would be all we need. All right, we're gonna have a look at the substitute bench, right? So Ramsey's had to come on for John McGinn, like I said, which is genuinely not ideal, to say the least. Substitutes to affect the game. You're talking Emi Buendia, Ian Matson, Amadou Onana. Everyone else doesn't scream, to me anyway, affects the game. We've got academy players in Jimo Aloba, an 18-year-old. And we've also got Swinkles in there as well. I think this is the kind of game. Now, I'd love to know what you guys think on this. I think this is the kind of game, especially, you know, half-time, 0-0, struggling to create. I'd bring on Emi Buendia. I would bring on Emi Buendia and hope. And Ian Matson with, like, half an hour to go. Bomb down the left. We have to focus down the left. Well, I don't know why we've been ignoring the left so much. I'd love to see where I can see the our focus of attack. It has to be pretty much entirely down the right. I swear we've only gone down the right all game. I think Emi Buendia is what's needed to at least have a chance to open these up. In my honest opinion. Maybe it's really sad that I have to say this. Maybe bring on Onana for attacking corners. He's tall. Like, you have to, like, I don't want to go down the Arsenal Stoke route, but those are ideas you got to think about. Get tall players on. Try and threaten from set pieces. We've scored a fair few set pieces this season. Austin McPhee might cook something up. Maybe you'll say something at half time. I would get my 3 subs I'd make in this game. I don't care at any point you do them, but please make them. Would be Ian Matson, Amadou Onana, and Emi Buendia. That's what I'd do. I'd Buendia on now, though. On now. Not wait to 60 minutes. Not wait to 70. None of that. Emi Buendia on now. Please. For the love of God. I don't care if that means that Ramsey has to play right midfield. Right? I want this guy on now. But honestly, please take off Bailey. I don't care who you guys say. I don't care if we have to play Matson on right wing. Please take off Bailey, man. Oh, Christ. They'll be celebrating this, by the way. Leicester fans will be very happy with this. Someone, just to read what the Villa fans are saying on Twitter, right? Get him off. Might as well have a fan from the crowd playing right wing. Effing abysmal. Is what someone said on Twitter. 12 likes already. And the post has been up a minute. Is very telling, I think, from what the fan base are saying. Might as well have another one as well. Might as well have the Chuckle Brothers playing on the right side. I said at the start of today, we needed Bailey to turn up. We needed him to turn up. And he has not. He has done the opposite. Yeah, Kate's not sure to do Bailey. Did we sell the wrong winger? We sold Diaby and kept Bailey. And you just wonder if there was a way we could have reversed that and sold Bailey and kept Diaby. Like I said in previous live streams, you can go back. The amount of times, if you look at goals last season, Diaby was always involved. Constantly involved in the build-up. Even if he didn't score the goal, didn't get the assist, he was heavily involved in the build-up because of his pace. He does have a footballing brain. He had a very good first touch. I would say he's inconsistent, Diaby, but he'd always seemed to have a hand in a lot of the goals we scored when he was playing. And I feel like we have heavily missed Diaby this season. Especially you compare that to how Bailey has been dismal this season. Oh, man. I've missed some comments and I'll just have a read through. Just bear with me. Luke says Bailey's playing so bad. If we can win from a set piece, so be it. Like I said, a win is a win. I don't care how you do it. I made a whole video on TikTok how like people were complaining about Arsenal winning games from set pieces. I'm like, it's part of football. If it's so easy, every team would do it. Like, I don't care how we win. I don't care if we win every game from corners. I don't give a... Do you think I'd give a shit? I would not. AJ, the best thing that happened that half is not getting a player sent off. Villa says, you know what we need? Wesley. Move Cash to Bailey's position. Maatson at the back. Said Vinyl. I've always said, I don't care if anyone wants to... If any football tactico out there wants to call me out, I still don't think playing Maatson at right back would be a bad idea. Maatson is a Champions League, nearly a Champions League winner. And I know he's a left back. I know he's probably never touched right back for a very long time. I just think it's worth a try, even in a Carabao Cup game at some point next season or whatever. Our left back should not be that much better than our right back. We are so one-sided. It's unbelievable. Surely a professional footballer who plays fullback just has to possibly invert, go on his left. You got Dallo at United, who's played left back and right back. Surely other players can also do that, right? Am I going insane? It tries. Look, Cash hasn't played bad today, so I'm not gonna dig him out because I do dig out Cash a lot. I always say he tries hard, but his ability's not entirely there. I just don't know why we are so against playing certain players, like even just slightly out of position when we need to. But it's not something that we do. Anyway, AJ May ask in the crowd for a right winger. When I mentioned about the Chucker brothers, one of them is not even alive. I think you'd still get more movement. Vinyl said, I keep waiting for a Bailey to turn it around, and you said the opposite. This was the game, mate. This was the game to do it. And what has he done in that time? What has he done? Thank you for being a member, Luke. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining the membership club, all that stuff. AJ, bring Peter With on. Peter With, in his old age, would still cook, bro, more than Bailey. As sad as it is to say that, I still think he'd do more. Whoever here is on Android, free app is All Sports TV. I've heard that before, actually. And see if Elmo's in his box. Get him at right wing. Yeah, get Elmo his kit. I remember when he whipped that ball into Trezeguet in the set. I mean, you know what? El Mohammadi, he's got a decent catalogue of crosses, you know. Put the cross in for Trezeguet to get us to a cup final. Put the cross into El Ghazi to put us 1-0 up in the playoff final. Not bad catalogue, that. Cash actually tested the keeper, not sure anyone else has. I mean, that has just shown... If that hasn't shown how dismal this game has been, I don't know what has. Let Bailey take corners, trying an Olympico because he's not doing anything with short corners. If With is coming back, we need God to pull his boots back on. Maatson, Mark Grundy, Maatson right back. I think it depends how good his weak foot is. Players with a strong foot are more adaptable. If they're highly dependent on one foot, they need to the side they know. A lot of fullbacks who play on the wrong side compared to their foot will often cut in on their left foot or their right foot, depending on what foot they are. Maatson, if Maatson has a weak right boot, I'd rather him just cut back on his left. You know, like in some situations, if he's got the pace and he can bomb down the wing, you sometimes you want to have a left-footed player on the right so you can, you know, fizz the ball and bend the ball in from that side. Like, look at Mo Salah as a perfect example. So I need to make sure I say it. I'm not comparing Maatson to Salah. I'm comparing the idea before anyone jumps at me, because the amount of times some people have jumped at me for stuff like that. A left-footed player on the right can benefit from that kind of shot, is what I'm saying. And I think Maatson, in situations, he's a lot faster than a lot of players in the Premier League. He might be in those situations, maybe. to either put a cross in to the far post, put a shot in a cross goal. It's an idea. Hans also says we need Matson's alive in this game. Do you think Watkins will score? He's better. He's in my FPL. He hasn't looked close to scoring, mate. I don't know if that's the news you wanted to hear, unfortunately. But you never know. You never know. Guys, we got 40 of you in the live TikTok chat. I appreciate you all. Please do double tap the screen. And yeah, I'm live on both YouTube and TikTok. I've got 17 of you in the YouTube live as well. And yeah, hopefully the second half will be an improvement for Aston Villa. Chu says Bailey Shocking need a right wing and a right back. Our right hand side is honestly like really sad. It really is. At times. Again, I'm not criticising Cash. I think Cash didn't actually play that bad today. So I'm probably the wrong game to go on a tangent about our fullback out of position at right back could benefit Villa, because I don't think Cash had done that bad today. He did give a ball away to El Khanous. He probably should have done a bit better. It was a really bad header from Cash towards the Leicester man, and he went for a very speculative shot, but that could have led to something for Leicester. Yeah, Vinyl. I can't remember the time we other than Ramsey's cross, which should have gone somewhere. It was a good pass from Mings to Ramsey. I can't remember any other time down the left. Any other time of note down the left, anyway. And Harry, I have gone on a rant, Harry, but to sum it up, quite dismal. Defensively fine. It's just we look absolutely toothless, and I'll say it, and I don't care how many times I have to say it, right? We just absolutely look toothless without Morgan Rogers, and Leon Bailey is just not the man he was last season. I don't think there's anything else you need to say other than that. We missed other than as well, you could argue, we also missed John Duran's goals, John Duran's movement. He holds up the ball better than Ollie Watkins. I don't care anyone. If you want to disagree with me with that, I still think Duran holds the ball up better than Ollie Watkins. I think his movement's better than Ollie Watkins, and his finishing's better than Ollie Watkins. I think we've missed that. He might be a hothead, and maybe he needs to sort his attitude out. Duran, I still don't think his red card was deserved against Newcastle, but we have seen him, have a little tantrum here and there, and he probably needs to get that under control. But on the field, I think he's fine. On the field. Like it says, we do have a fresh 45 to go after an Emery bollock in half time. Yeah, Mark, you see, I have to, every time I compare, even remotely compare a player, I have to always say, I'm not comparing this player to this player, I'm comparing situations that both players can be in. Because, I know what, people clip things up all the time, and I don't want to be on, I don't want to have, a trending TikTok video of me comparing Ian Matson to Mohamed Salah, right? That's the worst thing possible. I don't think Matson could even lace Salah's boots, but in situations of a left-footed player on the right could cook up something, Frog says need players to shoot and not walk it in. I actually do agree with that. We're trying to pass our way through and just. I don't mind being patient, but we take a long time transitioning the ball because we don't have Morgan Rogers to run his way through. So we're being patient with passes, and then our finishing has been non-existent. And we often mess up. We get the ball inside the box, and then we're like one pass away, and we mess up. Yeah. Well, James also says walk it in. We've tried to. The worst part is, James, we have tried to walk the ball in. We're not even getting close. The game plan is to try and walk it in. That's how bad we've been in the final third. That's how bad we have been. Also, thanks for your mod work there, Luke. I appreciate that. And I asked how is Leicester's keeper playing. I get time out. I didn't time you out. If one of my mods did, I'm sorry. But Leicester's keeper, I don't think, has had to make a save more than once. We are underway for the second half for Aston Villa against Leicester. And I shall reload up the live. What do you think about Dart's game yesterday? I thought it was Obviously amazing for Luke Littler. What I will say, I thought it was a very poor final from Van Gerwen. I expected a lot more. I like the tension. I love last year's final. I thought it was end to end. There was points where Littler, I think, was one dart away from winning a set on a number of occasions last year, and he did unfortunately bottle towards the end after being, I think it was 4-2. There was none of that in this final, and it kind of like, as much as it was an amazing day for Luke, I like darts for entertainment. I feel like you could see the entertainment side of a good player getting battered, but I like the tension, and there was none of it. Because it was just, even when Luke wasn't playing well, he'd still win the set. If you can't beat Luke when he's playing badly, how can you beat Luke when he's on fire? And yeah, the fact Van Gerwen, I think he got, what, £200,000 for that? You should donate that to charity, because that was not a £200,000 performance. And I'm sure he would admit that himself. Let's go bunting mental, Bo, as your answer to that. Vinyl said we could recall Louis Barry and play him out of position. I gotta believe we'd see something better than what we have out of pain. As much as like that could be, right, a banter comment, and I'd still even partially agree. Honestly, you could genuinely be taking the piss there. Bailey's been that bad this season. It's not even a terrible shout. That's why people are saying get someone from the crowd on the right wing. It's nice that Luke has found a very pretty girl now. He's a millionaire. Oh dear. Mate, EA are gonna make so much money. He buys so many FIFA packs. They were the ones celebrating when he won. They were like, "Oh, he's gonna like Team of the Year's out soon. He's dropping heavy bands. Heavy bands." All right, my live stream is underway now for the game. Favorite player has always been Aspinall. I don't know why. The Aspinall's a great player who, on his day, is top 4 in the world. I like Dobie. I still am a fan of Van Gerwen. He's, I think, the first ever like professional darts game I watched was a Van Gerwen darts game. Bunting will always be the fan favorite, like always. But yeah, I mean, we all have, those that we like, don't we? Pay the money for Malin. A Bailey Reeks. That was from the Villa fan. I'm just trying to get a live stream up of this now. It's not playing, unfortunately, for me, and I don't really quite understand why. It's working before. We are 46:32. Oh, perfect. That's like 10 seconds ahead. What I had. But it is freezing, so that's not perfect either. The fact we still have Matty Cash 2025 is mental. I've said it before. Well, I'm not going to get on his back today. I get on Cash's back too often. The games he's actually not doing bad in, I'm not going to dig him out. But I also don't disagree with what he's saying. Villa have registered a shot in the second half. I can say that. I think it's Tielemans with a grass cutter there, as I was just trying to find a stream. I had a latency of like 1 minute behind in the first half, and I can't find it. I don't know. I can't remember what link it was. Am I an idiot? Bear with me, guys. Like I said, we are live for the second half. It's still Villa 0, Leicester City 0. 3-1 at home. Thomas got 1-0 Leicester written all over there. I don't, please. Please don't. Cool. I've got probably the best latency I'm gonna get, which is what? Just shy of 2 minutes. I don't have to deal with that. VIP box is a 30 seconds behind for me at the moment. I've just seen a chance for Leicester there. Oh, Mavadidi. Mavadidi missing a huge chance for that's probably chance of the game. As sad it is to say that. How has he not hit the target there? How on earth has Mavadidi put that so far wide? If Bailey missed that, I'd crash out. Mavadidi's nearly hit the corner flag with a shot that should have hit the back of the net. With a good layoff, no defender in sight. That's just sad. What link, my friend, on that place that we not name, that we shall not name? I've attempted number 1. We shall see. $50 minutes gone. Villa 0, Leicester 0, and like I said, it is a very scary opportunity there for Leicester, which thankfully didn't take. Video 1. Okay. Duly noted. Unfortunately, it's just not loading for me, which is just what you want to see. I'll click it again. I beg. I hate the pop-ups, man. I always pop-ups drive me insane. I can't lie. Right, now we have to wait. What signing for Bournemouth? Solar. I wanted him at Liverpool. Next £80 million player. Easily in a couple of years' time. Bournemouth makes some good deals, man. I know I can't go to any Villa games for a while. So Bo on crutches after a slight knee injury. I can't go to any games for a month. You better believe that was the first thing I asked. Fair enough, mate. You got your priorities sorted. Fair enough. Oh man. So someone in chat, let me know if Watkins got a shot on target. I shall, mate. Also, can we please not spam the TikTok live? I appreciate you guys. 85 of you in the TikTok live as well. Please hit that double like, all that good stuff. I think we've hit 2,000 likes already on TikTok. That's pretty good. Yeah, this video 1 is just not loading for me at all, which is really sad. It's just like a constant, like, never-ending circle. Unfortunately for me. First year since 2012, you haven't had a season ticket? Having a season ticket in 2016 must have been pretty shit. I can't lie. I remember the optimism when we beat Bournemouth, newly promoted, 1-0 away, first game of the season, with the Rudy Justed header. I remember there was optimism because teams, historically, you'd always struggle against newly promoted sides, especially away. I remember we got it was under, obviously, Tim Sherwood, got the win. And I was pleasantly optimistic for that season. I remember we drew as well with Sunderland at home. I felt we should have won that game. We were the better side. I was at the game. We should have won it. And I think we're 4 or 5 games in the season. I thought, we're not playing too bad. And then we absolutely fell off a cliff beyond that point. But if you were there, you'll remember it like me. That there was that little bit of optimism. And it was only until... I think it was like game week 8, 9, 10. It's like you're starting to think, okay, we still have only won once. And I'm like, where are these wins coming from? And we'd concede very poor goals, constantly poor goals throughout the season. It was driving me insane. I've had to give up on that link. It just weren't loading for me, but I appreciate your attempt as well, by the way. 2-0 Brentford and Haaland double. Wow. 0.25 XG against Leicester. What are you doing? We are clown. We are all right, Jack. We have Leon Bailey at right wing in 2025. There you go. Playing well, up the Sherwood, over 1.2. I don't know, actually, in fairness. User says, can I do commentary on the game? I was trying to load the game, which is why I was yapping about something else, my friend. Matty Cash trying to beat Vestergaard and he lost the ball. Awkward ball back from Vestergaard, actually, which Villa very nearly nicked in the press. 54 minutes gone it. On my live, it is Aston Villa 0, Leicester City 0. It's nearly 3 minutes behind, man. It's killing me. Absolutely killing me. I'm going to try it one more time because 3 minutes behind is a nightmare. I'm going to hope and pray. I just don't know why it's not loading. I have a gigabit internet, so it can't be that. I don't quite understand. You click like 1 pixel off, and there's like a million pop-ups as well. It drives me insane. I click the big fat red button in the middle, and I just get the swirl of death. Oh, it's 1-0. No, it's not. No, it's not. My stream is delayed anyway. Oh, thanks for the. I would appreciate if people didn't ruin it for me. But in all fairness, I'm struggling to load the bloody stream as it is anyway. But we have apparently got a goal at Villa. I've watched Mavididi lose the ball. I'm going to see how far behind I am. So Ross Barkley has the ball in the middle of the park. Barkley back to Mings. How does this work then? I have read the chat. I know it is a goal. It is a goal. Apparently it's been disallowed. According to one person, but they could be trolling. Watkins into Ramsey. Barkley, Ramsey again. Oh, someone's trolling. I don't know. Fucking. 4-0 City, dear. Just put it into perspective, I've still not seen the goal. That's how delayed the stream is. Digne, good ball into Watkins on the byline, cuts it back. Deflects for a corner. Serious? How far back is this streamer? This is why I tried to find another site, you know. But I think it's like nearly 3 minutes delayed. And it also paused as well. I'm going to update the scoreline. I will get faster. I will at some point. I keep saying it, but I will. So it's a Tielemans. How do we get this from? Tielemans corner. Right-footed. As far as Digne. He has a shot deflected. Villa will handball. Obviously, the referee will not give that. Tielemans cross. Headed away as far as Barkley. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. He has thumped that in with his laces. That is an absolutely cracking finish from Barkley. What a strike. In a game like this, where we've not been great, that's a stunning finish. Absolutely stunning. I think it's just outside the box as well. Beautiful strike. Leicester don't clear the lines. And yeah, 57 minutes. 1-0 to Aston Villa. What a goal. What a goal. The chat was not wrong about a Barkley belter. Shame. I mean, it did get ruined for me, but at the same time, I had to wait like 3 minutes, so I'm not surprised. But what a goal. Brilliant strike. I'm gonna have to try and find another stream, man. I can't wait. 3 minutes, man. Is crazy. VIP box. I'm trying it a third time. I'm stubborn. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying it again. Elsewhere, it is, like I said, it's 4-0 Man City now. I told you they're spanking. I did say in the last few streams that City will get a win and it'll be a drubbing. And yeah, it was West Ham. Thankfully, not Villa's Claret Blue. It's West Ham's Claret Blue that was on the opposite end of a smashing. The guy who scores up the news went mental. So it was a screamer from. I'd say it's a screamer from Barkley. He's absolutely thumped it first time in the bottom left corner from outside the box. So, it's a fairly decent goal. Yeah, just outside. Doesn't take a touch. He absolutely pile drives it into corner. And this kind of game needed that. I think it just about needed it. Because Villa were definitely not looking like scoring in this game. 3 p.m. blackout in 2025 is meant to... Well, that's another thing. I have a link on YouTube, although I'm trying to find a better one in fairness. But I had a stream that's just 3 minutes behind, and it's just a nightmare. So I'm just desperately trying to find a better one. I was on Sports Feed 24, but it's 3 minute delay. So... I'm trying to find out elsewhere. I'll keep you guys updated on all the scores around the grounds. Fire stick might be imminent. I can't lie. We might need to employ the stick. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Don't know what that is. Fuming had West Ham to win on a certain adult targeted website that lets adults waste money. Ah. So that decision went really well for you. I'm accepting the 3 minute delay. It'll take 40 minutes to find a better stream. Yeah, true. You know what, Flapcap? You're not wrong. Betting on West Ham 2025 is great. Betting on a Lopetegui West Ham. You get what you get, you know? Yeah, what a goal. Stunning strike from Barkley. Stunning strike. Leicester will be frustrated because they don't clear the ball well, do they, Leicester? Walker came on and got a yellow in a minute. What a man. Arsenal have dropped Martinelli and Odegaard. Extra terrorism loading, says the Villa fan. Dropping Odegaard is a interesting decision to make. There's 12 for Oh, 1-1. Oh, don't. Oh, fuck off. Don't tell me. Leicester have equalised. Clean sheet again, ole. Clean sheet again, ole. I'm sick to death, man. I am absolutely sick to death. Clean sheets. We are scared of him. Mavadidi, who's been shit. He should have scored for them like 20 minutes ago. That's what happens when you know. I didn't really know. I just have a million comments. What did you even say? Should do it other games? Oh, maybe. We'll see. Villa 1, Leicester 1. Oh, fucking hell, man. End me. Just when I think we've scored a screamer, we can go on and win a game, we do this. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. That's just sad, honestly. Fucking 1-1. Against Leicester at home, man. McGinn got an injury, that's why. It's not a hooking if he literally injured himself. man, the bottling has to stop. It has to stop. Oh, it was a rebound. That's the worst part about it. I've just seen the goal as a rebound. A save from Martinez and Mavididi at the back post to tap the ball in. A rebound. Goodness me, man. No one reacts fast enough. Mavididi has the easiest goal he'll probably score this season. That's shocking, that. Absolutely shocking. I genuinely don't even know what to say to that. Well, Leicester fans singing "Who Are You" to Aston Villa, man. Man, Jordan, are you? Jordan, bloody are you with the cross? Shot from Vardy deflected. Christ. Great save, Martinez, actually. Konza got beat. Konza getting beat to the ball by Vardy is very disappointing. And then Cash. What does Cash do there, man? And even if Mavididi missed, by the way, Cash two-footed him, so it would have been a penalty regardless. Cash goes to close down the shot, but then it leaves Mavididi free. So he's just completely caught in two minds. And the shot goes through Cash's legs and then through Martinez's legs. A double nutmeg. Woo. This sport kills me, man. I wouldn't even say Arsenal are a threat, you know. That might upset some Arsenal fans. I don't see Arsenal winning the league. I genuinely struggle to see Arteta winning another trophy at Arsenal, never mind them winning the league. They have improved, right? Under Mikel Arteta. There's no doubt. But I don't think he's good enough to win a Premier League. He doesn't have the bottle. That might be a harsh thing to say, but I think it is true. Chelsea aren't going to get close to us, so it's just Arsenal. Chelsea don't have the squad for it. Chelsea have one of the worst goalkeepers in the league. Get Hutton back in. Yeah, man. Oh, so it's just sad, man. Jack supports Liverpool. Or I say support in quotes because when Liverpool was shit, he'd hardly watch them. So, Liverpool fan for the good times, essentially. That's not calling you out. Well, it is, but it's like, where were you when you were shit? All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Where were you when you were shit? Will Villa win? I really hope so, but I don't know, man. Wolves beat these 3-0. Okay. Oh, you're gonna be in a relegation battle, but you know we're in the Champions League. You're fighting down the bottom. You'd rather be where we are. West Ham have scored at the Etihad 4-1. Mind the gap, Wolverhampton. Also, we beat you 2-1. So who the fuck cares that you beat Leicester? We beat you. How about you beat Aston Villa, you mug? You got slapped at Villa Park. Southampton 0, Brentford 3, by the way, is crazy. Southampton, man, dear. 3 shots on target and 0.35 xG at home to Leicester City. Fuck me, man. Villa keep a clean sheet challenge impossible was one of the comments on Twitter. I'm just going to have to, unfortunately, watch a very delayed stream. Villa make me lose all the happiness I ever had since I had a season ticket in 2016-2018. Klopp, our guardian angel. I think Arne Slot has made Klopp look like an idiot, to be honest. He's barely changed the squad, and he's got Liverpool cooking. Where was that under Klopp? You have to ask questions. The better Slot does, the more questions of Klopp has to be asked, I think. If he wins the league in his first season, I think it'll look terrible on Klopp. How do we bottle this then? Villa had a free kick right on the edge of the box. I know we didn't score. So how do we bottle that? We've gained a position in the last... Flat cap, bro. It's not the time. I don't want to hear that, to be honest. I really don't want to hear that. I know you're joking. I know you're trolling, but like, still, that's just... it's club. He assembled it. We were the first last season as well, and we bottled it. Yeah, but those players and the manager did. But Slot has got them to do incredible stuff. Look, I know Liverpool fans will never say a bad thing about Klopp, but it's okay to admit he underperformed compared to what Arne Slot is doing right now. It's not even a bad thing to admit. I'll come and see you drawing to Leicester. Yeah. Welcome to Villa 24-25 season. And Villa had a free kick 30 yards from goal, which doesn't go in. We went for the cross. We went for the cross for there. Why don't we shoot? Get a shot on goal, man. I can't believe... No wonder we didn't score from it. We went for the cross. Oh, my life, man. Why are we whipping that? It's nearly like centre of the goal, edge of the box, and we crossed it in. Shoot. We've got Digne who can wrap it in. We've got Tielemans could shoot from there. A game that we've barely hit the target in, we've not gone for a shot, is unreal. Klopp took us to 4 European finals. Well, you lost to Real Madrid twice. So I wouldn't say, you've not won anything in final. I could say Southgate took England to 2 finals, but I think Southgate's one of the worst England managers we've ever had. I don't care what anyone says. That squad is so talented, and he did nothing with it, essentially. No trophies in the cabinet. Football is a trophy-based metric in terms of success. We did not succeed. Don't mention finals, you didn't win. That's pointless. Villa have been to 4 finals, right, since the turn of the millennium. We haven't won any of them. I don't mention them. Because getting to the final means nothing. You haven't won anything. So you say 4 European finals, how many of those do you win? I think Jurgen Klopp's persistence of Darwin Núñez was his downfall. I think his stubbornness of Núñez. He bought Núñez, wanted him to work, and it was his downfall. And I think Klopp just needed to understand that Núñez is just not a very good player. There we go. Finals, worst game I've ever watched. Oh dear. Yeah, I was at a sports bar in Birmingham for that, and I never leave games early. I left that game, I think, after the hour mark. I never do that, especially a cup final. But we were getting battered, so I was like, if the players can't be asked to turn up, then why am I wasting money at a bar? I mean, I could have stayed there and just drank my sorrows away. But absolutely packed with Villa fans, and you could hear a pin drop. You could literally hear a pin drop there. That was when Villa got tonked by Arsenal in the cup final, 2015. Yeah. Oh! Goal! Apparently goal. Hang on. Could be a Villa goal. Goal! Villa have scored. I'm not on the stream because unfortunately I'm several minutes behind. Villa have scored. I've just seen it come up. In the 77th minute, we make a double sub. I've been saying this. Barkley and Maatsen. A minute in, Maatsen has set up Bailey for his first Premier League goal of the season. I said today he needed to turn up. I gave him an absolute bollock in half time. I said Leon Bailey hadn't scored a Premier League goal and it's game week 20. And if he's going to score this season, it has to be now. And Bailey, through Maatsen, in the same minute Maatsen has come on, has assisted Leon Bailey. He has assisted Leon the same minute he's come on. Ridiculous. Bailey has finally scored in the Premier League for Aston Villa. Tears in my eyes. In AJ we trust. I said play Mats. I said sub Maatsen on. I said sub Buendia on. We've done that and we've taken the lead. Get me in the dugout. Yeah, get me in the dugout, son. That's all. And now I'm trying to watch the goal, but my stream is having issues. I hate the blackout, bruv. 3 PM blackout is so cringe. I have to wait 20 years. Bournemouth have scored. Oh. Bournemouth goal. Everton 1. Sorry, Bournemouth 1, Everton 0. Oh, he's the top. I love Semenyo. Semenyo is such a baller. My stream has frozen again. So it's a Maatsen throw. And it's frozen. End me, bruv. End me. For God's sake, man. Ridiculous. Bailey starts a new year with a bang. I mean, he needed that, didn't he? I'm still trying to see the damn Villa goal. Oh, this stream has just crashed. Every 5 seconds it's crashed. You know what? I'm just going on Villa's Twitter. Someone will probably post the goal there. They have posted the goal there. James Justin, what does he do? In his own box. Under pressure, gives the ball away, and then it's Maatsen on the byline, cross, Bailey tapping. What a goal. James Justin, though, hang your head in shame. What are you doing? What is he doing? Nice movement, good finish from Bailey as well. Gets to the near post, gets the finish. And it's about bloody time. It's about bloody time. Good goal, Leon. Opinion on Malin links. I don't think we need Malin. I've said this before. I think Malin. I think we need to address the defense. And maybe a winger, but Malin as an out-and-out forward, I don't think he's necessary. But I just think with Duran and Watkins, is it really? Like, we got Louis Barry as well out on loan. He could be in the mix. You never know. Next season. I just don't think Malin's necessary. Yeah, great off the ball running, yeah. Oh, no way. Palace goal. Palace goal against Chelsea. Ain't no way. Palace 1, Chelsea 1. Wow, Chelsea have fell off, you know. Mateta, boom, boom. Mateta scores for Palace. Chelsea, by the way, since their fans started this whole we're not on a title race gimmick, they've been shit. They're winless in 4, you know. If they don't win this, Chelsea are winless in 4. That is mental. Title race, by the way. Title race. I'll see what the Leicester fans think of the goal. Also, I apologise. I've completely ignored the TikTok live because it's gone off screen. Apologies, guys. I've left you all in the dark. MMA talks to silence your stadium again. Oh, Enzo went to Europe to buy a Lamborghini. Instead, he bought... Bro. Dear, oh dear. Where has he gone? I wonder where that chatter has gone. Because he said all that before Villa scored. I swear. Oh yeah, you hear the cheers. Yeah, you'll know before anyone. So in the Premier League, as things stand, it is Aston Villa 2, Leicester 1. 9 minutes to go until full time here. Villa climbed to 8th, Bournemouth in 7th, City in 6th. Chelsea, with their result, will mean, despite City's terrible form that they've been on, obviously they rebounded in the last couple games now. They're only 2 points above Man City, only 4 above Villa, 1 above Newcastle, who are absolutely flying right now. Title race Chelsea are below Forest, who have a game in hand. Dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Has the bubble burst with Maresca? We saw end of season Maresca. I'm sure the Leicester fans in chat will tell you end of season Maresca. Not even surprised, was expecting this. Enjoy 3 points. I mean, I thought Villa not play very well today, in fairness, Ethan. I still think Leicester. There is hope for Leicester this season. I don't think you guys play that badly. You're a bit on the negative side, but I also understand that because you're a team in the bottom 3 away from home against the side who literally got Champions League football last year. Barkley scored probably his best ever goal in a Villa kit, and it was James Justin being an idiot, giving the ball away for the second goal. So I don't think Leicester could not exactly hold their heads up after this kind of game. I think they've been all right. Palmer mistake. Oh my god. I actually do like Palmer. I just wish Palmer played for another team. I unironically think Palmer needs to move to a bigger club to thrive. He's just like a one-man team over there at times. I think if you got Palmer at like a Liverpool or a Real Madrid, oh my god, imagine. Oh my god. It would be, imagine Palmer and Bellingham in the same team. There. Should be 3-1 Villa, according to the Villa 1982. I'll have to wait 3 years to see that. Give Slot Palmer and we'd win the quadruple. That's what I mean. It's just wasted there. It's kind of sad to see, to be honest. I'd take current Chiesa Chiesa in the hospital bed. Chiesa, he probably hasn't ran for months. Probably more chance of him getting a goal. More chance of Chiesa more chance of the ball rebounding off Chiesa's lifeless body going into the back of the net than Grealish scoring a Premier League goal. I can't lie. Also, for some reason, my sound has just gone. There we go. Palmer in the Soboslai role paired up with transplant hair transplant Salah is a different Mo Salah. He just needed a hairline to start cooking, who knew? Maresca was awful. We needed bottle the exactly. Leicester was so far clear last season. That's what I mean. That's why I said talk to Leicester fans about second half of the season. Maresca. All you gotta do, talk to Leicester fans. They'll tell you second half season Leicester. AJ, time to bring Tony Morley on. Oh man, no, bro, we need bring on Alan McInally, bro. Spinksy and go. Salah's so good. I'm expecting ice lots of luscious locks, but I like Calafield. Shit. That's funny. All right, Villa apparently up to like I said, 8th in the table, 32 points. I think I'm gonna see the Watkins sitter here because Bailey off the bar. Villa at the crossbar, and then Buendia. Oh, Ollie, you clown. Ollie Watkins missed a tap-in 2 yards out. Oh, my life. Oh, my life. We see Leon Bailey hit the crossbar. Buendia, middle of the goal, has his shot blocked, and then Ollie Watkins, underneath the crossbar, skies it. User 307 thought. El Bozo. He thought. Oh, what? That was a diving header block, by the way, to stop Buendia scoring. It's an insane block. User 307 371 80965 has been made out to be a right mug. You've clowned yourself in front of 87 people on TikTok, as well as 26 on YouTube. So I hope you feel good, son. You'll probably think twice now about doing that next time. Oh, he said Leicester scored. And I'm like, I literally have flash score on here. So nice one, bro. Trying to bait me in. What a mug. He can hold that. Yeah, I don't know how Watkins missed that. That's honestly painful. That if you've ever wanted to sum up Ollie Watkins this season, it's that. Getting into the right position, having a great chance to score for Villa to wrap up the game, and he's put it in Rosehead. Oh, apparently red card in the Chelsea game. People in the chat are saying Enzo. Like, no cut. What? What's going on? Some people are saying Enzo red. Why are people saying Enzo red? I'm not seeing a red card. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Buendia's shot, by the way. I was going to give him criticism. It was a diving header block. It's one of the best blocks you'll ever see to stop Buendia's goal. But yeah, Ollie, a typical Ollie. Why? So it's on this on my stream site. Like 4 or 5 people put Enzo red. He's on a yellow. Apparently, he should have been sent off, according to some people. I don't know whose diving header it was. It was really good. I can't remember. Well, let's have like a low block, so there's like a million players. I want to say it was James Justin, but I might be wrong. If Brighton score first against Arsenal, there might be a crash out. Chelsea could be the reason why. Oh dear. All right, classifies score so far with a few minutes to go. Aston Villa 2, Leicester 1. Bailey with his first goal of the season, and a Barkley thundercunt to put Villa ahead. Bournemouth 1, Everton 0. As Everton there. Deutsch ball, bruv. Deutsch ball. I doubt they're singing their typical "Never shone so brightly." They're not shining today. Palace 1, Chelsea 1. Chelsea will be winless in 4 without a win today. Winless in 4. I don't know what did I do up the Villa? I don't know what I did. City 4, West Ham 1, City are back. Sad. R.I.P. And Southampton 0, Brentford 3. Relegate Southampton now. Like, seriously? Send them down. I did a salute. Did I? Did I accidentally? Why not do that? My arms are down. Oh, it's probably cut. Is it cut off on the screen? I don't fucking know what I did. Oh, man. That's really funny. Well, the thing about putting Messi left back. Messi could play any position other than goalkeeper. Because he's 5'7", whatever he is. Turned into primates. Okay, let's go now. Let's calm down here, shall we? I miss Luton Town. Please come back, Luton. Take this Leicester City down. Luton were great. Great vibes. Great vibes from the Luton. How's Durant? Didn't matter. Villa win, but he's wrongfully watching from suspension. Hopefully Isak can still keep his posters up of Durant in his room. You know, pray for him when he comes back. All that good stuff. Right, we have a few minutes to go in this game. Also in the chat, I don't know if any of you lot care about the championship, but I'm seeing a flood of goals. Hull 3, Leeds 3 is crazy. Every team in the championship, apart from Derby County, have scored. Apart from Derby. That's mad. I have officially rattled Joe Estow on TikTok. I'll have everyone know. Joe Estow is seething. I have vlogs. You can watch my vlogs on YouTube. Feel free to do that. They do quite well as well. I need to do a lot more vlogs. I think the last one I got had like over 3,000 views. Pretty good for me. Leeds bottled a 3-1 lead. Oh, they didn't. It's 4-0 Brentford, by the way, at St Mary's. Dear. That's shocking. Palace have drawn with Chelsea. Palace have officially drawn with Chelsea. 1-1. Chelsea are winless in 4. The bubble has burst under Enzo Maresca. 5 minutes of added time in the Villa game as well. Guys, double tap the screen. Appreciate all your support. I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. I'll do a little review as well after the game on TikTok to talk about the game. Who scored for Brentford? It was... good question. Umbuemo. Lewis Potter got the last one. First one was scored by Shade, if you pronounce it that way. But yeah, absolute tonking from Leicester. Dear oh dear. Your bet died because of Chelsea. Betting on Chelsea is your first mistake, mate. You should stream Burkina Faso versus Kenya. Oh yeah, Bertrand Traore on the wing. Oh mate, honestly, I love Traore. You know, you just get those players, right? They're not the best, but can be brilliant on their day, and you just love to watch. Bertrand Traore is that player for me. There were those games for Aston Villa. I remember very vividly West Brom away in lockdown. Bertrand Traore was a beast, an absolute beast. Ripped the baggies apart. Single-handedly ripped the baggies apart. I remember he passed the ball in the back of the net from the edge of the box. I've never seen a player... I probably will never see another player do it in my life. Literally passed the ball in the back of the net. What a player. I also remember Traore against Leicester. First time shot, like 35 yards, bending the ball in. One of the most ridiculous swerve finesse finishes I've ever seen. To win the game with seconds to go. Like, I love Traore, man. What a baller. What a ball. Yeah, him and I remember El Ghazi's, I think, was it November, where he had like that run where he kept scoring. He should have won Player of the Month. We got robbed. Thanks for the £1 donation from Ken. I appreciate you, man. I really do. As well as like I've had a couple of memberships today and a couple of gifts and stuff. You guys have been amazing. Wissa didn't give you the points. RIP. You double tap screen. I will reiterate on TikTok, double tap screen because that's what likes the video. Who do I support? I don't know, guy. I must have forgot what team I support. Sorry, I must have forgot. Favorite Villa goals: Huttons against Blues. We ramped the alpha. Oh, of course, fan favorite. It is full time at Villa Park, and Villa have won 2-1 against Leicester. I mean, it's not perfect, right? The first half of football for a start was pretty dismal, but 3 points are 3 points. Again, no clean sheet, which I say every week, man. I want a clean sheet. We've barely got any. And it's also, as well, Southampton 0. Thanks for Ella for saying that. Southampton 0, Brentford 5 is pathetic from Southampton. Look, there's going down, and there's going down with a whimper. They are potentially threatening. I might make this another video as well on TikTok, so be sure to watch that. Are Southampton going to break Derby's point record? 1 win in 20, 6 points in 20 games, over halfway. Do they break Derby's point record? The lowest point record, I think, was it 11? Do they break it? That's the question. Thank you all for watching. I will be live for Aston Villa's very next game, which is away to... Hang on. Oh, no, it's back-to-back home, innit? We've got another home game. I remember, because people were talking about it. I can't remember playing. Big brain from me. West Ham. Oof. West Ham in the cup, baby. And then Everton away. Oh, my days. And then Arsenal home. Oh, my God. West Ham home in the cup. Everton away. Arsenal away. Monaco away in the Champions League. Oh, pain. All right, thank you all for watching. Be sure to check me out. All that good stuff. And yeah, see you again very soon. All the Villa.